Area 51, as well as the much talked about and long-rumored UFO crash in Roswell, New Mexico. A new book attempts to separate fact from fiction, as Molly Wood of CNET reports.
Desert of western Nevada.
Some 80 miles northwest of Las Vegas lies the most talked about top-secret military base in America, Area 51. For 6 decades, it operated in total secrecy. Even the government denied its existence.
Trust me, it's there.
But it became home to conspiracy theories involving aliens, flying saucers, and high-level cover-ups. Newly declassified documents finally give a glimpse into this mysterious place and its essential role in the space race and the Cold War.
Area 51 was set up to push military, science, and technology faster and further than any other nation.
Journalist Annie Jacobson wrote Area 51. It chronicles what happened on that base in the 1940s, 50s, and 60s. She spent years interviewing those who worked there.
They're kind of a fraternity of formerly secret spies and scientists and spy pilots and engineers, all of whom know one another.
They spent most of their lives hiding what they did at work every day. Now these veterans are finally able to talk about what went on inside the base.
And we went by code names. I was Thunder. We were dealing with Navy, Air Force, Tactical Air Command, SAC, because we all had one common goal, because we had an urgency of doing our job, because lives in our military depend on what we were doing there.
On this dry lake bed, the CIA and later the Air Force developed groundbreaking technologies for espionage and warfare still used by the military today.
Well, when you look at the drones that fight the war on terror, you can see the lineage goes directly back to the early spy platforms at Area 51. The U-2 was developed there. The A-12 Oxcart was developed there.
Scientists from the base were also involved in the U.S. nuclear weapons program.
There was over 100 atmospheric atomic bomb tests at Area 51's nearest neighbor, which is called the Nevada Test Site, starting in the 1950s. Many of the men in my book worked on those bomb tests.
But to most of the world, Area 51 is famously known for the alien conspiracy theory that involves a UFO that crashed in Roswell, New Mexico. Jacobson cites an anonymous source who gave her a surprising explanation.
A flying disc really did crash in New Mexico, and then it did wind up at Area 51. It did not come from Mars, it came from Russia.
And Jacobson's source claims there were pilots in that flying disc, not aliens, but Russians.
And this is the information that came to me from the source, who I absolutely believe, I stand by. I've spoken with him since the book has been published, and what he said was that the child-size aviators had been the byproduct of this horrific human experimentation program by Stalin in collaboration with the doctor from Auschwitz, Dr. Joseph Mengele. And eventually, my source told me, we chose to do the same thing. And that upsets a lot of people, this idea that the United States government could have experimented on humans.
The CIA hasn't commented on the allegations, but for those who worked on the military base, they can't conceive of it happening.
We don't know. We can't, it's just a personal opinion. Everybody's got their own opinion about certain things.
I just can't picture it. Because I would then be forced to say I don't want to be part of it.
For now, these men are the only link we have to what truly went on inside Area 51. With their stories and declassified documents, we're learning more about what really happened beyond the gates. But most of it will always remain a mystery. Molly Wood, CNET for CBS News.
All right, Molly.